Hi there, it's Mrs. Leonardo. Have you ever found a great application or extension and you really wanted to share it with your students, but you had to email or send a help ticket to your district's tech department? If so, then you really need to know all about Google Play for Education. Before I get started, the first thing that you need to know is in order for you to use Google Play for Education, you have to have a Google Apps for Education email account, and your students also have to have the GAF email account as well. So if you're using a regular old Gmail account, unfortunately, this is not going to work for you. Okay, so I was one who would find different apps or extensions and think, oh my gosh, I want to have my students test this out. But then I'd have to sit down on my computer, send a request to our district office, and then I'd have to wait. And then I couldn't use or test out the tool as quickly as I wanted. So I recently found out about Google Play for Education sometime last year, and it's been great when I want to test out a certain product with my students and I don't have to go and email the district. So the first thing that you want to do is go to play.google.com. Once you are there, play.google.com/edu. And I'll make sure to type this here so that you're able to see it. Okay, so then once you're there, you can explore the different ways to send the apps. You can look for Android apps. So if you're an Android device school, or you can use Chrome apps if you are using Chromebooks. And then there's books that you can use as well. So I'm going to show you how to send to your students. So one of the things that we're getting ready to use, we actually just got a premium accounts or premium logins for Newsela. So I would like to make it easy for my students to get to Newsela. I click on the Newsela link. You will see something that says install. You can see the rating. You can see how many teachers rated it. You can go ahead, and I always make sure before I install anything, I like to make sure, okay, it's Chrome compatible, of course, has to be since it's for the Google Apps for Education, and check and see which devices it will work for. It's not going to work for tablets. It will work for Chromebooks. Okay, and I scroll down. I like to quickly look at the pictures, see what's going on. Okay, then I can read the description. I can see the grades. If there's something that's inappropriate, you can flag as inappropriate. And then once I'm finished, I can write a tip. Okay, so let's get to the installation project progress. The other thing that it's important to note is make sure it's not paid. You don't want to pay for it unless you really do. Check to make sure that it's free. It can be free from advertisements and so on. So you click install. Once you click install, you are presented with something that says students or groups. Now for me, this is really easy to send to my students because my students are already in groups. So you can send individually to certain students. So I have some students who are some English language learners, and so I would like them to use particular apps. So I've sent them certain ones, and then students who are in my coding club, I like them to use certain apps for our Finch robots that we program. So I've sent them the Finch robot application. So there's a variety of things here. So the first thing you want to do, you can type in an individual name, or for me, since my students are already in groups, I can send it straight to my ELA period 2 contacts and all of their names are there. And then I would click install. And then that's it. And then when the students log into Chromebook, it's automatically there for them. Okay? So that's essentially it. Find the apps that you want. Explore. Okay, you can search by different tools. You can search by English language arts, math, science, social science, certain electives. It's great. I would suggest going through and finding things that you like. If you want, you can send it to the students and then test it first before you start sending all kinds of things and realizing they don't work or there's a glitch somewhere. So I actually had a student one day stay behind and we played around with it with his account and everything came up perfectly. It was great. If you're concerned about students having access to Google Play and sending themselves or their classmates apps on Google Play, this is something that's determined by your school district. So my school district has blocked students from being able to send apps to themselves or to other students. And if there's things that you need to buy, though, it's something that you would have to do with your tech department, your school district, and there's a purchase order link on the side, and that's about it. So hopefully this has been something that is useful for you. Happy Google playing!